Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to Leisure Gaming. I am Leisure, and here we are with patch 2.4 with the Wardance. I hope everyone's polls have been going well with Jean Hugh. I think that's how you pronounce it. I actually pulled him this morning, and I'm actually a little unsure how to build him. I've swapped his relics a couple times today, and I think I'm gonna run it this way with a dot team. And hopefully this will play out pretty well. So I'll hopefully have enough money because I don't have any more. I'm all out of cash to even try and and try and level him. So I hope everyone's pulls have been going really well. I wish you all the best of luck. And I think I made a mistake, not because he's not good, but we all know that General Fei Xiao is coming in the next patch. And she's going to be part 1 of the 2.5 banner, which sucks, because I was really hoping to get him and then get her. Actually, I was going to skip him, but that's besides the point. So here we are continuing on with the story. Ooh. So let's just hop right into this. I've been waiting a while to get this done, so hope everyone's weekend has been going really well. I want to. I always get distracted when I do this. But I want to talk to see if I can get a couple gems out of here because I don't have any more gems now. Or jade. I have no more jade. I've pretty much used. I had like 10k jade plus the 10 tickets that I was going to use for General Fei Xiao, and I used it on him instead. I was sitting on the fence with him for quite some time anyway, so. So now we've got to save all over again, so we should be alright.
Phew.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary Wardance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go. Blast?
Well, every time we do these expeditions, we get into a whole bunch of trouble, March.
Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast.
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprises.
And March's new form is kind of cool.
Like
I did the little mission,
Friday or
but I
Saturday.
haven't unlocked her. I guess I have to still go through the story to actually unlock her. But it seems like she's a pretty rounded character to play with.
To a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally
Hey, Light,
safe
how's things
under the
going?
family's protection.
No need to worry. The War Dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
That's good to hear. Good weekend, I
Aside
hope.
from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from.
Oh, the team's
Tai
coming
Chi
along.
volleyball
I get into,
before.
yeah, I'm getting tongue tied.
What do you
I
think,
ended up
Rebecca?
pulling Fei Xiao this
Since we've
morning.
accepted
Not
Miss
Fei Xiao,
Black
I'm
Swan's
sorry.
proposal, we
Jay
should probably head to
Xiao.
Alforia's for refueling.
I'm just calling him Pink Fox.
There's
And I'm not sure if that was a good idea to do, because I've been sitting on the fence with him, and I know he'd be great in a dot team, but I also want General Fei Xiao, and unfortunately, she's gonna be the part 1 banner of patch 2.5. So now I have about 15 days to try and save as much as possible.
It may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means
Yeah, we could be friends. I don't see why
we're
not.
going to the Lawfu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express
Yeah,
to attend.
the ID.
So,
I don't know if you can
here's
see
the
the
plan.
ID or not on there.
Hong Kong will take
I will
everyone to
type it
the
in there.
Xianzhou Lawfu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron Mei and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
What do you two think?
I think that was
I
it, right?
don't hear any objections.
613.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to work to the Xianzhou Lawfu.
So are you saving? Are you gonna save for General Fei Xiao, or did you pull?
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves
If
how
you
little
don't
we
want to
know
be
about
impressed,
its
don't look
life
at my
forms.
eyelines.
That's why geniuses are interested in that.
Oh, you're still pulling for Sparkle's
This
light
is
cone.
all about uncovering the
I didn't even bother to pull for Sparkle, and I'm not a whale at all, so my Eidolons are absolute. Pretty much all of my 5 stars are pretty much E0. I think except for
Don't miss us too much.
Swan, which I got lucky on a
some
pull.
cool
I got
Leviathan
2 of her in one
I'll
pull.
bring a few back as
I
souvenirs
think
for you.
Clara is at E2 because yeah, I'm free to play as well. I think Clara ended up at E2 because she just haunts all my pulls.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun.
Sent? Alright,
By
sounds
the
good.
way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lawfu, right?
Just let you two wander around aimlessly on the
Alright,
Lawfu
because
by
Don Hung didn't
yourselves?
get a chance to wander around with them the first
I don't
time.
think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Lawfu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know? Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted
I
criminals.
don't know. I think March is bringing bad luck. Every time she starts talking about good things, bad things start to happen.
This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
Please don't jinx us.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
I feel bad. I like March too, but sometimes she seems like she's just gonna jinx everything. And talking about characters, Yang Sheng, I feel bad for this guy. Like, no one seems to like Yang Sheng at all.
Is the
I think he was my
Star
first
Rail
5-star that I
always
pulled in
crowded?
this game.
Oh, there's so many people
And
here.
he's just
I can
been
barely
in the
hear
back.
anything.
Still level 1, haven't touched him to do
Yanqing
anything
said
with him.
General Jing Yuan sent him to welcome us. Where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the room. It's...
Yeah.
Just
Let me
call
take.
us.
Let's get through
Look
this
at their
one
outfits.
sec.
They're from Penacony, right?
Are you familiar with the Cienjo Lafu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
We did, but the locals were all like, come on, there's nothing worth seeing on the Lafu. It's so boring here.
Ha, can't blame them. If someone asked me what's there to see on Penacony, I'd probably struggle to answer too.
That's why we're asking fellow tourists.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the Wardance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lafu fighter jet. No doubt about it. It's a massive.
You're not missing
fighter
anything
jet.
if you don't have a Yang
It's
Sheng.
got to be larger than a civilian star.
No one's using Yang Sheng. Don't
But
worry
for
about
now,
it.
all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
Hopefully I can get through a lot of this story. Oops. Hopefully I can get through a lot of this story before the little one wakes up. I've been doing a lot of First Descendant, and I wasn't sure if I was going to stream that or not.
Give them some suggestions.
Alright, suggestions. I think this should go to... I always like Foxtrol Garden.
Yeah!
Fixtrol Garden.
It's famous for supernatural stuff. With those mischievous helio-vi floating around. It's pretty fascinating.
Supernatural? I don't really like scary things, but our clients will love it.
Ooh, it does sound interesting. Let's go check out Fixtrol Garden. Maybe we'll bump into each other there.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
Alright, let's see here. Is it this one? Nope, here it is. You got Yun Lee? How is she? Oops. Nope, didn't mean that. Let me go down to light. Here it is. You got Yun Lee, Pella. My Pella hasn't gone past level 20, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Don't have Sparkle. I still gotta get this version of March unlocked. See, I didn't get Yun Li because I thought she'd be pretty much the same as, oh man, I can't think of the character's name. I just figured she was the same as Clara, right? Normal, counter, destruction. I was just like, what's the point? I don't think I've 800k in an ult. I probably don't tell me that. I was really hoping I didn't miss out on something good.
Hey everyone, it's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you...
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months. been a while.
It's only been a few
You've come along
months.
too, Mr. Dan Hung. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskip Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskip Haven, I understand why General Jingyuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskip Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover from the crisis.
Maybe
It's
I
a
don't
way to
remember.
showcase
But
our
isn't
martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other
golly,
planets
I
to
really
promote
gotta start
trade and
remembering
peace.
people's names. But isn't
By the way,
Locha
the
still
Xianzhou
like
Alliance
locked
places
up on
great
the
importance on this
Laofu? Or am I
ceremony, too. The Xianzhou
remembering
ships,
that wrong?
The Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing have both sent messengers to offer their blessings. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it.
Right,
It's
because
known
he
as the
brought the
Starfleet.
casket on.
It's responsible
The
for
casket
providing more
had
than half of the Cloud Knight's armaments. The Xianzhou Juming
Jing
boast
Liu
skilled
on it.
craftsmasters.
I believe he was
General
arrested,
Ryan
but I don't remember
is
what
a
happened
top-notch
after that to
craftsman
him.
himself.
So is he still
Maybe I could get a sword forged
here
by
being
him.
like
I'd be on cloud nine.
interrogated? Like what's happening? Right? I
By the
don't
way,
remember.
Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
I
The
agree.
relics for young Lee. Let's see. What are her best relics?
All units, assemble quickly. Get ready to protect the crowd.
Just mentioned security. Now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me. I need to go check
Oh,
out
the
the
Windsoring
situation.
Valors. Okay.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
And there, so counter. So Durian.
We'll go with you.
So the Duran Dynasty of Running Wolves, along with the Windsoring Valors. Ooh, what's going on here?
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
I was actually looking at what her build is supposed to be on Pridewind. Right, the Windsoring Valorous, and then her best planetary set is then Inert Salsado. Oh, not Inert Salsado. Duran Dynasty Running of Wolves, and then just looking at the stats that Pridewind says to kind of go into. I tend to reference Pridewind a lot.
Why are there forests around? This now.
Honored to meet me.
Some value, I suppose. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
This seems slow.
Existence is unity.
Fiends or devils? I'll crush them all!
Jade is a lot more fun than I think she's given credit for. I know people only use Jade for like for certain things, but speaking of Young Lee, here she is. barefoot just like Clara.
Thanks for the help?
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Oh, you joined late, Jade? Yeah, Jade is a lot of fun. I like having Jade around. Well, I feel like most people only like Jade for, what's it called, pure fiction. And that's about it. But I think she works out pretty well with other things too.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
No, you didn't get Jade? I think I used everything for Jade and then used everything I could for her light code.
Don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
I didn't think I was going to get her light code, but I definitely wanted her light code. She didn't really say need.
Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu. And it's IPC's patented technology.
Oh, right, that's what I was looking at. I was trying to see if Laocha is still on the Laofu.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Laofu must go through inspection.
But we
I still
don't
actually have to
officially
pull
enter
for
your
her.
dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution. Who's in charge here?
No, I don't have Sparkle. I didn't bother to pull for Sparkle. I skipped her.
We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the Wardance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borison prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borison prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground.
Is she really?
Allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock
I don't think I
at the
have anyone that can
terminal.
really take advantage of her, right?
Please don't
Like,
blame
Emboditer Lune would take
This
advantage of her.
incident
I guess
involves the Jewel
anyone
Maid's
could take advantage of her,
diplomatic
but I didn't have anyone specifically that could
I'm Liu Jun,
benefit properly
officer
from her
Patrol
kit.
Defense Squad.
So I just kind of
Thank you for
skipped
your
her.
help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain.
Now, what I could have
Here's
done
what
is if I got
An
her,
IPC transport ship was
I
attacked
could have
by the
paired her
Borisons
with,
just before arriving. And the Juming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue.
let me think,
We fought off the Borison pirates and imprisoned them
Xing
on the
Qiu.
ship.
I could have paired her with her because she uses a lot of talent points to try and get her attacks off.
And the Juming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. Juming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger.
Yeah,
terminal
I'm gonna
and
skip her now too.
over to the
I
Lafu.
I'm gonna skip her now
You know,
because
with
I
all the
pulled
outsiders flooding onto the
Pink
Lafu,
Fox this morning,
Starskiff
so
went
I don't
under
have
immense
any more
pressure.
gems to even
The
try to
Borison
pull for her.
desperados decided to put
And
up
I
a
really
fight
want to
before
get
the
Fei
prisoner
Xiao
transport Starskiff could
on
get
the
to
next
them.
banner, so I've
And
got to
that's
spend the
what you
next
just
15 days or so trying to save
We'll make
for
sure
everything
these
I can
prisoners are sent to the shackling
for
prison
Fei
as soon as
Xiao.
possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of
Because
the
then I
Realm
think I'm gonna
Commission
skip
and ask for their
whoever is after
cooperation
Fei
in handling
Xiao.
the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others
Lingsha.
so that the seed of divine
Spark-
foresight can have a better
Sparkle
understanding
hater.
of the situation.
I don't hate her. I actually like the character very much. I like what they did with her as, I like what they did with her as a character, right? And I do like her kit. I just I couldn't figure out who to really pair her with properly, right? And I figured I usually run dot teams. Now Hillary teams are usually my go-to. Those are my favorites. So it's like Black Swan, Kafka, Acheron. I still got to build some of the other 4-stars. I just haven't.
Those werewolf
And then
monsters are known as
I've got
Boris.
Pink Fox. So I'm
They're
like,
abominations
my
of
team
abundance.
tends to fall normally
We've been
towards
fighting
nihility.
for a very long time. The Borisin have
I
been
do have a break
powerful
team,
force for a long time.
which I need to
Plundering
finish
and
now that you've
enslaving
mentioned
many
that.
worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible
Because I gotta
as
get
swarm disaster.
the
And
talents
Alliance
leveled up properly.
even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Senjo Lofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah.
Because I swapped the main DPS between the two.
It seems like the IPC
Boot
and the
Hill.
Borisin have some serious grudges.
And Shu Yi.
Well, enough with the chit.
Boot Hill and
The
Shu Yi
General
are
wants me to
pretty much
take
my
you to the
DPS
Palace of
go-tos for my
Astral.
break teams.
I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way,
Which means we're gonna
the
help
young
out
lady who just
hunting down the
appeared,
Borisin.
She took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
Don't remind me. I just zoned out for a moment, that's all. Alright, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There
Oh,
aren't
I gotta
many
get back
people
to
out
Final
there
Fantasy
that
as well.
have
Holy crap, there's a lot of games
It
I've
shouldn't
fallen
be
behind
too
on.
hard to find her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
And I don't trust this guy already. And now I don't trust him.
It's been a long journey, Elder White. Thank you for your presence.
Oh, here's Grandpa. Supposedly he'll be a playable character.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express. All is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Hua Yin. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hua Yin is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
I wonder when they're gonna release him.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Hua Yin.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hua Yin.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Oh, there's Yun Li in the background.
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the Wardance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huaiyan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
And Yun Li looks like she's ready to throw hands as is.
It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
I thought
Guess
she
we
was the
don't need any
granddaughter, not just an
introductions then.
apprentice.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh, now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskip Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag.
Oh, the insults.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
No, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target.
Maybe I did miss out on Yun Li. She is just letting him have it.
Hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a second, Lee. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lafu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you
Okay,
on,
so it is
Grandpa?
Grandpa.
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the
Yeah,
Cloud
after
Knights
that
apart.
conversation, I should have pulled for Yun Li. That conversation alone, I should have pulled for Yun Lin. Yun Lin.
So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Missed out.
Well,
I missed
everyone,
out. Just that
Elder
conversation
Brian and I
alone.
have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Hua Yan.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. It looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease. Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Yes, let's go. You just got your ass handed to you.
It is the
Yanqing.
Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the Wardance.
Yanqing, you just got your ass handed to you.
The fact that a simple
And I'm
martial arts
upset that I did
ceremony
not pull
has
on her
attracted
now.
esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you.
Who the heck's this lady?
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Hua Yan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the Star Skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to, and simply disappeared.
That's the new voice. I haven't heard the new voice since
The messengers from the Xianzhou
since that whole
Yaoqing,
mess.
I assume.
I like it.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the
Moza.
Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a
Oh, his eyes are
spectacular
open.
view in Scale Gorge Water.
That's usually...
I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Genuine? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen who they're referencing yet.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
You're not getting that sword back. You're not getting that sword back, Yingxing. Sorry, bro.
If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in sword.
Nah, she would have put you in the dirt.
By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little... reserved? Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The Wardance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here.
You know, I thought this patch we would have been going on another ship. Maybe next patch?
Maybe they've come to hold Jing Yuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Chu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains.
And now that we're talking about this,
creating an endless source
we still have
Ambrosial Arbor.
we still have to wait to see
it's undeniable that the plague mark, which is subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu,
when I try to
resurfaced.
Tin Young.
But was it really?
Remember, that was a
conspiracy
fake
instigated
Tin
by the
Young, I
Antimatter
guess.
Legion?
And there's been
Or does
articles
it
of the
indicate
real
traitorous
Tin Young
intent
still being alive, but
Luofu?
Hoyoverse has not confirmed if that one is still
Once the
alive.
spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish. The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the Wardance.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip.
Sorry, March, that's not gonna
Wherever we
happen.
go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now. I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
It's not our problem.
Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Yeah, don't drag me into this.
Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPC workers. Surely you don't think they'll be even trickier than Aventurine, do you?
Well, since you're willing to help.
No, I never said I would help. March, quit bringing me into things. He can do that on his own. Where are we heading?
Can I really reason with you, Cienjo people?
Oh, is that who I think that is?
In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Oh, Scott.
That
It's
toxic
Scott.
voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait, why are you here? Staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck! Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind!
He's not wrong.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission!
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikue. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borison and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before?
Yes.
Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lawfu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
Just put it back on the ship, and if his ship needs to be fixed, just send him away, and then let it just crash in space. Like,
honestly, I really
let's
don't
get this
want
guy
a
out of
vicious
here.
confrontation with the IPC. I heard how you helped R. O'Malley. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Can we not just use Jade? I feel like Jade would be perfect for this.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
How do we want to go about this? Let's try this. No. I don't want to use that yet. Let's go with embarrassing.
Hey everyone! Meet my old friend Scott. He's very talented, especially at imitating animals.
Stop it! Let's focus
No.
on the business
Well.
at hand. What's the point in dragging up the past?
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me? Which animals can you imitate?
Just forget it. Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
No, we don't want to do that. Don't want to pay any compensation. So, do we want to go with proceed with caution? No, that still kind of plays into his thing. Don't want to go with violence. Let's see what happens. Let's do a... No, we don't want to skip this round. Let's go with this one.
Huh? Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue spouting nonsense.
But what does that even do? Let's see. Even if you set aside secrets, other properties built in the town are valuable beyond boss and management. Thing goes wrong, you pay for it with your lies. We're not gonna pay for compensation.
I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed Ramei's experimental subjects. But have I ever paid a penny for them? And now you think you can just come and ask me for compensation?
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to the Genius
Yeah, that
Society
didn't work out at all in my favor. That was horribly failed.
All right, that's enough. I thought you were reasonable. We've signed a confidentiality and security agreement with the... Listen up, kid. I don't mind delaying...
Can I just redo this?
For a few more days. Once the...
If that's the case, I can assure you the Cloud Knights won't let your ship leave.
Oh, really?
Oh, never mind. It was part of the story, so I just skipped a lot of talking for no reason. I thought...
And the IPC's marketing
Well, that was a fail on my part.
You're too young. I don't think you understand the chaos your rash decision will cause.
Since you put it that way, Mr. Scott, I'll take it as your agreement to the inspection procedure. Now...
Ah, not so fast, you little brat. According to the IPC regulations, I have the right to arm myself and protect the property on my transport ship.
I thought you were reasonable and civilized. But now, it seems the IPC just wants to play by its own rules. My apologies, Mr. Scott.
Stop him, guys! For the Amber Lord! For the Amber Lord!
Well, I failed at trying to avoid this fight.
I always deliver.
Do you know who I...
This big diamond! It's all yours!
Bending the rules.
Time to twirl!
Grace and elegance.
I'm gonna hold everything! What are you looking at?
Get up, all of you! Why is the IPC even paying you? You're a bunch of losers!
Just be grateful that that little brat showed you mercy. At least your staff aren't seriously injured. How do you IPC cronies have the audacity to fight Cloud Knights? You practically assaulted law enforcement officers.
Another one? Who the heck are you?
I may be a bit late, but the good news is, I'm here now. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Law Firm.
Could she be? Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
What is she up to?
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Oh, there it is.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulation signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around
47-star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Yeah, well, let's see what you've been hiding, Scott.
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it on.
Well, that escalated very quickly. Terror Grip? Caster of Terror Grip wants to spell. Wait, when an ally is inflicted with Terror Grip, attacking the caster of Terror Grip once can dispel Terror Grip. Okay.
Oh, how unexpected.
Alright, so let's do this.
That
Put
was
this
a
one on, and this, and then this.
There's no backing now.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have anything that great.
Do you know
So
who
this
I
might
am?
be a
It's
while.
a diamond! It's all yours!
This might be a while. See this? Actually, what's the auto battle? I'm sure it'll be fine.
Eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
This big diamond, it's all yours. You're enjoying yourself.
What is IPC even trying to make here?
All will be swept away by the wind. There's no
So the thing is, Bullhorn needs to attack.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
This big diamond, it's all yours.
Existence is unity.
Get them!
I always deliver.
You know, never mind.
Who's the little fat stuff?
All will be swept away by the
I
wind.
wasn't as. And I lost my thought.
This big diamond, it's all yours.
Oh, because that's what it was.
But
It
were
was
you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
I was thinking General Fei Shao, right? Because I think her bio says that she's cursed.
I swear on the Amber Lord.
Or like she was, yeah, she has Moon Rage Affliction. I was really hoping they would put that into her kit somehow. Unless they didn't, I didn't see it. Kind of like how this machine just had that Moon Rage.
Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this.
Can we just arrest Scott now at this point? Like, come on.
Involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Lingsha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenching to be so...
I want to say miniature. I really do. I'm saying miniature.
Huh? As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive. It wasn't a big deal. Really. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
I mean, I guess if we have to.
All these years, and the view of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching
Oh, I see the scales
prescriptions with
now.
my mentors and peers
On her
at the
arms.
Alchemy
I wasn't like,
Commission.
when she said Fuyahara, I didn't.
Kinda sad.
There's no tail or nothing like that, so I was like,
Everything
oh.
changes, but somehow remains
But I can see the
familiar.
scales on her arms.
Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
And I guess he doesn't have a tail either, so.
The view here would be even better without the Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh, really? I
I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the Ambrosial Arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Linksha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Linksha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Damn.
What? You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing?
You just
Don't worry
told
about it.
him.
I understand that when someone holds a position
His
of power,
leader
they may sometimes have to make tough
Could be a
decisions.
little corrupted.
I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
And here's Yun Lin. Get your sword back.
Yun Li! Why aren't you
Yun
with your
Li.
grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yumi, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Ooh, should I call the general? I kind of want to. I'm gonna call. Should we call the general?
Which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
Yunling.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission.
Yunling
A brawl
is
is
definitely the
not
stronger
how
of
I
the two.
imagine celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've
Oh yeah, let this
the dells
happen.
near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
No, they need to fight each other. Just get this out of the way.
Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Yes, because I just want them to fight. I just want to see Yun Li put Yangqing down. Because I know that's what's going to happen.
Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yun Li.
Yun Li.
Desire to compete against each other. I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Oh no, don't make me play as him. Ah, no. Damn it. Not gonna lie, I really don't want to play as him.
Ugh. Looks like my Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your sword. Can we see?
Give an inch and they'll take a mile.
Oh, so they're both here? I miss her on the thing? Okay. Leona takes action. Nope. Oh, so she just takes action herself. Okay. She will use attacks to defeat the enemies first.
Patience is my middle name.
Okay. Do you want to use it on...
Don't let me down. Ring? There's no backing out now. For me or you.
How many can you block? Blade and flush! Time to twirl!
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Who's the little backstabber?
Time to twirl!
Miserable. There's more to life.
Nuts.
Time for a lesson.
Time to twirl!
Do you know who I...
This big diamond! It's all yours!
So pretty much as long as she doesn't get a chance to attack. Oh. She just took 3. Yeah, I'm really upset. I should have pulled for her. Oh no.
Eternal.
What are you looking at?
Time for a lesson.
Time to twirl!
Have it. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Time to twirl!
Time for swordplay!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Who's the little backstabber?
Time to twirl!
Do you know who...
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Miserable.
Honored to meet me. Time to twirl!
Strike with heart!
Time to twirl!
Alright, well, we won. That's all that matters.
I win, Miss Yun Li! You got lucky.
Not gonna lie, I was actually rooting for
Get
you,
my
Lee.
sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa. Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go
You
ahead
lost!
and try.
As much as I'm admiring her for putting Yang Qing down, oh yes, this is what we needed to see. Yeah, General Fei Xiao. And the fact
my young friends.
she stopped him with just 2 fingers.
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the Wardance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the Wardance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
This was a proper duel until you stopped it. Come on.
Not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Okay, now I think I made a regret by pulling on Pink Fox.
What brings you
When
here?
I should have been saving for her.
Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Oh, that's what they call her? The Merlin's Claw?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Law Fu, too.
How did I miss that in the bio?
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General.
Now that I understood, the Great General.
To none.
I don't remember them calling her the Merlin's
Great
Claw.
General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Law Fu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping I didn't make a mistake. I need to pull for her.
That's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the Seat of Divine Foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the Seat of Divine Foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough.
You stopped them with 2 fingers. What do you mean nearly had to get tough? What effort?
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
Mose is tall.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance
Or
as a
Mose?
show
I
of
forgot
strength
however
to
his name's
convince
pronounced.
everyone
Yeah,
that
he
Law
is
Fu
tall.
prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Law Fu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer.
Lies.
And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with 2 generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Cho. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome! I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost
She was gonna
makes me
put
wanna
him in
learn
the ground.
Xianzhou swordplay.
She was gonna put him down easily.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Nope.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled swordmasters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most
Yeah, didn't
challenges.
he get his butt handed to him there too?
Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Pretty sure he
has
got put
something
down there
important to
too.
discuss.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Zhu Ming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Hua Yan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
And ensue chaos that happens before the war dance. We all know that's what's gonna happen. Where can I click on this one? Oh, it's inside. Still shouldn't have clicked on it though.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yu Chui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yu Chui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty.
Okay, so when is Fei Xiao going to show up? Because I know she's on her way here.
Fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to this.
I hope that when Grandpa's character is unlocked for us to play with, I want it to be hand-to-hand combat. Like, he just did this with his beard, and I hope and I want it to be like
the
martial arts. I want his movements to be martial arts, and I want them to be drunken fists. I know they're not going to be. I know they're not going to be, but I want it to be drunken fists. He clearly is
Thanks for your
like a fire element,
Elder White.
And I want it to be hand-to-hand combat.
To tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? Whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance. Yes, this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the Wardance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the Wardance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanjing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
No, Yunli's not gonna like that.
Give me a sword. Just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanjing.
That's a damn lie.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
For once, I'm on the same page as March.
We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony.
But what's gonna happen is that in the future, these two will end up getting married, and then their kid will be a really good
While you
swordsman.
both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Naturally, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the Wardance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
Oh,
In my
okay. So
humble
this is how March
Cloud
gets her
Knight is
abilities.
commendable by securing victories. It's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the Wardance, displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
And this is how we get March.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh, wait! Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Yeah, why not choose me? Or Don Hung. That makes sense if you did Don Hung. Why March? I'm gonna pick me.
Your talent is quite unique. Are you also interested in swordplay? But you know, based on my years of judging people, you don't really need to dive into swordplay to boost your skills. And I doubt there's anyone out there who can really show you the way forward. As for Miss March, she's like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness.
So they're giving the Trailblazer a little bit more voice lines? I like that idea.
Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too
So I'm assuming he'll be a sword master as well once he's released. Really hoping for him to use hand-to-hand combat.
General YN's gone. Wait. I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yunli and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the Wardance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two swordmasters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but...
Then don't bother.
As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the Wardance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? It really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kaqiu?
Jiao Cho. He's been
Jiao
my
Cho.
retainer and personal
Pichu.
healer, delegated by the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Luofu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lune to re-enter the Luofu.
thereby unlocking the luminescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Videodara's dutiful watch over the ambrosial arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned.
That looks
to
mean.
the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution.
Well, clearly he gets out
Given
if
the
he's being
situation
mentioned
on the
here.
Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukon, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Oh, what is Rame up to now?
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donham go?
Okay, they're over there. Be right back, because reasons. Alright, let's see. What's going on over here with March? Why is she not training yet?
There you are.
Well, it was a promise to General Huayan, after all. I woke up especially early, so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Ahem. Let me make it clear.
Aren't you
Swordplay
supposed to be
training
waiting
is
for one other
your
person?
body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Is it too late for regrets? I'm already regretting my impulsive decision.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do either, because I've never been a teacher before. So, Miss March, please behave and don't skip classes. Or complain.
You need to toughen up and train her properly, Master Yanqing. Don't go easy on her.
You're so heartless. By the way, where's Yunli?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Lawfu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
She is an angry little girl.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Lawfu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Lawfu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the Wardance ring. You won't be complaining about Lawfu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Okay, so that's where she gets the outfit change.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7 the essence of Zhu-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
I don't know if it's luck, March. You might be cursed.
So what do you think,
chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Alright, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Alright, finally.
Are you ready?
Wait, hold on. Did it unlock everything? Let's see. March. Oh, story march. I think my march is somewhere down here. There she is. And no, she's not. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
I don't know how far in I have to go to actually have her phone unlocked.
Close attention, Ms. March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements. Right on time. Practice is over. Swords descend!
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Yes, you! Like this? Well done!
Right on time. How many can you block?
Bring mountains! I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Strike with heart.
Awesome! You'll make good practice. Watch through hard and focused mind. Here I come.
Strike! Right on time.
Through clouds!
Yeah, I really should have. I really should have rolled on her. Oh man.
Ready to shine.
Alright, I'm gonna swap this
Great
one.
job! Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Self, not the sword.
Slap! I could take 10 of you. Stop!
Blade and flight! Swords descend!
Melt! Yeah! Down to earth! Yes, you! I get it! Alright, check out this move!
Right on time.
Melt!
No, it's over already.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, it's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her strength.
Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled
I mean, they
sword
both
masters
make
know
good points.
how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, Masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, Mark 7.
Aww.
Okay, so now we have her. I'm gonna take a look. Okay, so that's there. You can always switch. Okay, so pretty much just like the Trailblazer, you can swap it back and forth. I kind of want to swap. Although I have nothing to actually put on her. What is her set supposed to be? Although I don't know if I would actually use her or not. I'm just curious at this point. Oh, that's right. She has two versions she can go with. A break build and then a crit build. And because... yeah, I said I was going to go break because of the team comp. So break would work best. And if it's a break build... let's see. I'm curious, if it's a break build, you need break effect 140. Speed 134, obviously. Do you still go crit rate body? Yeah, I guess you still go crit rate body. That's weird. Alright, let's see if we can suit her up real fast. Swordplay, nope, that's being used. Worrisome Blissful, I don't have that. Cruising Stellar Sea is already being used too, so I don't have any type of light cone. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
You doing good?
Yes.
Okay.
Who was that on there?
Who's what on where?
On there.
Over here? Yes. Who do you think that is?
Dada.
Okay.
No, who's the on that speaker?
On here?
Yeah.
It's just us. It's just us talking.
I don't know, wait here.
No one. It's just us talking. That's the microphone.
Over here.
There's no one. There's no one here talking. It's just us talking, sweetheart.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Ha? Ha?
It's just us talking, sweetie.
Is that you on a mirror?
On the down here?
Yeah.
Alright, before I even go into this, let's just hop out of this real quick. Because that's going to take some time, I can see. I don't want to spend too much time there.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of Zhao Huayan from the Xianzhou.
No, that's why it's glowing. It's charging.
Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yenqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills.
It's not working.
Well, it's a story. You gotta wait for the story to finish.
Progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off
You gotta
my
wait for the
skills
story
and
to
impress
finish.
you all.
It's not. It's
Forward
not.
to your reply.
Yours,
Yours, March
Steam.
7th.
Okay, hold on a minute. You gotta wait, okay? You gotta wait for the story to finish, that's all.
It's finished now.
Yeah, see, it's still talking right here.
I can't hear it.
Well, you gotta read it. I should be reading it to you. It says, on that day after the sword training. Now,
Well done.
What's now? Let's do it.
yeah, that's Yun Li. That's March.
Yan Li.
Yeah, see?
Miss March's
That's
sword skills
Yanqing.
are really coming along.
Can you say
She'll hold
Yanqing?
her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both masters in the ring?
Get real. You've only been practicing for a short while.
Cover your mouth.
How could that possibly happen?
your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training, you might eventually be able to defeat Yun Li.
Decades? But I'll be an old lady by then. No.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster.
This is called a cutscene. You have to wait.
She's not running.
No, she's not.
She's not like a person. She's not like a person.
She's not like a person.
Hello?
Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly
Who's that?
teamed up
That's
to train
Zhao
an
Hui.
apprentice of their own.
What's Ducky doing
Turns out,
here?
the rumors are
I
true.
don't know what he's doing here.
We have to beat him.
We have to beat him?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna end up beating him.
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance.
Why don't
Shouldn't
we
you
beat
two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
If curious, that is little leisure with me.
Oh, that's right.
You just woke
You're
up from
the
her
pink
nap,
fox from the Yao Qing.
right?
This is Mr. Zhao Cho.
Zhao Shou. That's say Zhao Shou.
Zhao Shou.
Yeah.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yao Qing.
Who's
and
that?
You're trying to sneak a peek at our
That's
training?
Yun Li.
Sorry for
That's-
the
This is
misunderstanding.
Zhao Shou.
I don't know
right?
anything about
That's
martial
March.
I'm
And
just
that's
here on the
Yang
general's
Xing.
orders to take care of some official business.
Well,
I
what?
didn't mean to
The
interrupt your
mouse?
training.
Yes.
I'll be on my way.
How you do this?
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you
How you
sneaking
do
earlier?
this?
You just roll it like this.
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over.
Don't touch that.
From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking.
How you doing
They're
it?
just ways for
You're
people
doing
to
it.
show
You just
off
gotta
their
cook it.
skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with.
Don't
It's
touch
like your
that,
sword
please.
teaching.
Wanna help?
If you align
Okay,
your
you are helping
ingredients,
by
in
not
other
touching
words,
it.
your apprentice's natural tendencies with the
Hello.
right cooking
Oh,
method,
too loud. You're gonna hurt someone's
shining
ears.
The teaching method that best suits her. She'll make double the progress in half the time.
Can you say hello?
For example,
Yes, you can say hello.
golden
You have to
eggplant
say hello,
tastes
YouTube.
best when fried.
Hello,
Cloud
YouTube.
peppers when stir fried, and yellow boulder beef
I was
when
not there.
seared.
Uncle Jay's not
It's all
here.
about
No.
discovering the nature of the ingredients.
Because Uncle Jay isn't on.
I mean,
We're talking to the
apprentice.
people on YouTube.
Hi.
Yeah, you gotta. There you go. You just say hi to the people on YouTube. You say, and you have to tell them hit like and subscribe.
Are you a healer?
Hit like
Why are you
some
talking about
subscribe
food?
people.
Yes.
Well, it's just
Little
a
Leisure
metaphor.
is correct. Hit like and
The medicinal
subscribe,
school I
peoples.
follow on the Sanzhou Yaoqing is called the Rancha School. It specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the General's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook
Let's
who
see if
isn't
anyone's
interested
chatting.
in health doesn't make for a good
No.
advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you
No,
want.
doesn't look like anyone's chatting.
Seeing the way you're
Yeah.
looking at me, it's
Yeah.
obvious you think I'm just
They're
some
not
feeble
chatting.
academic who likes to
I wanna
blabber on
help
about
do
martial
this.
arts.
Okay, hold on a minute.
But
I know you want to
in
help.
reality,
Hold on.
I know a thing or two about killing. After all,
I'm gonna help.
the art of healing
on a minute.
inherently
Hold on.
encompasses both life and death.
We just have to wait.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
I did
Do you
it.
recognize
You
this
did
bottle
move
of
it.
medicine in my hand?
Careful, don't type anything on here.
This
Daddy doesn't
is
need you
called
to type.
Tumblecrest.
We
An
do.
extract from an exotic flower named Yavin.
Yeah, you're moving it now.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used.
I did it.
With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However,
I did it.
You did
increase the dose or the potency,
You wanna learn to
and
type?
it'll slow the metabolism,
Okay, hold on. I'll
making the
open
blood
something up for
thin
you.
and resulting in the loss
Yeah,
of
you
all
gotta wait.
senses.
Okay.
Even long-life species cannot escape its effects.
Can you wait just a little bit and I'll give you something
This
to type?
can save lives or take them.
Just wait. Look.
It's more
One of this
powerful
cutscene is
than
done.
swords in your
Okay.
hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Stop.
Hey, why the
Oh,
insults?
I
all
want
of
to
a sudden?
help you.
I'm just sharing some medical knowledge.
We
here.
do it.
Not
I'm
persuading you
opening
to
something for
poison
you to
anyone.
type in. Okay?
Seems like you get real excited
You
when
open
talking
it.
about poison.
You open
Can't tell
it
if that's a
now.
horrible thing or sinister.
Hold on a minute.
Picture
Wait,
this.
hold on a
Two
minute.
individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all
Being a
over
parent
the
and trying to
cosmos.
game
We
is
unsheath the
almost
sword without drawing
impossible.
blood.
Why
We
do
not
I-
only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yin-Qing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
Want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Alright folks, I think we're just gonna have to end here while I got a little leisure awake. Thank you for joining me on this. We're gonna continue this at some other point. I'm hoping later tonight.
What are you doing?
I'm saying bye to the people that are watching. Alright? So, if you like this, go ahead and leave a like and leave a like and hit subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Also, good luck on your pulls. If you haven't pulled Yang, what is his name? Zhao Shou. If you haven't pulled Zhao Shou yet, you're looking to pull Zhao Shou, good luck. Right? What else do we gotta say? We just gotta say bye now, right? Yeah, you wanna say bye-bye?
Yes.
So you gotta say bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
Say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
You heard her, like and subscribe.
I missed them.
You missed them already?
Yeah.